Montreal adehye eyemosomfo agrona mepe enie. Mede nchia efri Montreal Ghana Canada House empanimfo ho na mede ebremo. Ene dwumadi a yeye ya to ne din asikyire yare. Si yɛka sɛ sikyire yare a ɛno kora ɛne den. Na hwan na betimi anya sikyire yare? Wonya bi kora mpo na den na ɛsɛ sɛ woyɛ. Yɛwɔ enua ba Adwoa Oduro ɛwɔ hanom a Montreal ha yɛn nyinaa yɛnim sɛ yɛfrɛ no akyerɛ. Yenua yi a nurse, waye nurse yi for 18 years or a master's degree ewo nursing mu nti wa big power esa a topic ya ye beka mu asemi question bia ni hono ma ode bema na ontimi answer o eno nti wutie yi wo question bia na what I put it in na yenua ba so ebe answer o adwo aye da sesi eto ye nsafre o waya sutie amaye no aba say ye no ni sa enkomo yi me wa rehwemu say enu se ye nwie yi na obia nya ne mu chefa enya entiasie ewo sa esitwe yare yi mu enti adwa welcome.
Thank you, Amidasi. Somebody the platform. And before Yabasha Asiano, the Ghana Montreal Ghana Canada House I say. And I would say a group kit where be composing of our nurses, any other healthcare professionals are. Your knowledge and experience I can't boma your series be for health initiatives. Inti yare first I did basha see any situ yare inti na ye betche mu kakra a doso yamiensa inti a first video where the beka first one ho asem ni ate ho asem ate ase ye ni ho the way be boy ho aban wo ho.
Adwo ase ka se obi wɔ sikyire yare anaasɛ obi wɔ diabetes a ɛno ne den.
Si ka sɛ obi wɔ sikyire yare anaasɛ diabetes a ɛkyerɛ sɛ sikyire no aboro so wɔ ne mogya mu. Ɛsiane sɛ yɛwɔ organ bi a ɛwɔ oyam yɛfrɛ no pancreas. Ɛno no ɛwɔ akonya bi a ɛwɔ mu a yɛfrɛ no hormone insulin. Saa insulin no wodidi a ɛkɔ aduane no a wadi ne ho na ama na adane akonya di ama energy enti sɛ saa yare no ba o mogya ma kyerɛ sɛ untimi enkosesa aduane na wadi no ema ne nye energy ema already egina mogya mu saa nti da bia no o blood sugar na sɛ wai no wasikyire no dɔɔso ɛwɔ mogya mu na asikyire nso de nse sɛ gina e mogya mu ɛwɔ sɛ ɛwɔ yɛ redie mu na yɛ boy ho aban ma wo energy etimi ma wo ahoka etimi ma wo ahoka enti sentimi anye saa de na ene ye ka se o asikyire yare anase diabetes
da sisi wa chichi mu ama yate ase na o kasa no o kasa ye wo different types enti me pacho what are the types?
Say ye ka se asikyire yare anase diabetes are wo three main types ye wo type 1 type 2 and gestational, the phenotype 3, gestational. Enti ni nyina wono ne deba anase abambo abetimi aba afa ho. Enti yeti ni nyina ase a ne yetimi a kyerɛkyerɛ mu ne obetimi aye afa ho.
Nenti menti ase mu no asikyire yare no ye wo ne seso miensa. Ye wo type 1, ye wo type 2, and ye wo de wonyem nso a obetimi anya. First one no ena ye ka ho asem ene obetimi akyerɛkyerɛ mu kakra.
Type 1 diabetes no ni din foforo betimi dia frɛ no ye insulin dependent diabetes. And I said before no near friend no juvenile onset diabetes ni nyina wa asikyerɛ na asikyerɛ ne sɛn ye ka insulin dependent sa hormone na meka sɛ wo sa pancreas na ɛwɔ yam no a release our hormone your friend insulin. And this is here no title na say insulin dependent diabetes. Enti a chesa untimi yet sa insulin no cra or already mo. Enti or type 1 ne dia a chesa the bia or say this idea no amount sa insulin no because untimi enye already until see the mount a frabonting and sana what to me abubu aduane na wodi no I've done no energy instead of say be asikyire agina mogya mu no Into a second definition on who say juvenile. Into a idea about and kwalaso. I would say most of you have to be diagnosed before you turn into adult. Into before so be do 18 no say yare o akora bi so a ubehu anase o ma me ne papa no ubehu na yetimi wodi na kwa doctor anase bibi wo be wo ma betimi ama wa ye worried na wakɔ doctor ne diagnose nti si yɛka sɛ insulin dependent diabetes or diabetes type 1 a ɛkyɛ sɛ yare a ɛyɛ diabetes ankasa a wɔti aseɛ no but ɛwɔ nkwalaa so because saa insulin no ɔmo ni bi kora wɔ ɔmo mogya mu nti ɔsɛ yɛde ma ɔmo fra abɔnten.
Yɛda se ɛwɔ nkyerɛkyerɛ a wɔde ama yɛ sɛ meka sɛ mebɔ ne tɔfa a na kyerɛ sɛ type 1 diabetes no ɛyɛ nkora nkoa na ɛwɔ ɔmo so yɛwo wɔ ɔmo no na omo wo enti no ono no omo di benyini omo be wo for the rest of their lives basically. Okay, now as akrasa no ye be den ye hu what are the symptoms are e be me ye hu say akra yi or type 1 asicho yare yi bi
pacho enti e be cheche mu of signs and symptoms e den e betimi ama ma ne papa na hu say akra no was yare no. Nti say akra no was yare na because say osua no let's say say akra wedi 4 or 5 ontimi enka ncho say oyare nti because of that no so otimi hu signs and symptoms ade a say ohwehwe you have to look for nti akra no da bia hu say o man nsuo or pensuo da bia onum nsuo sa da bia o ka say onhu ye which we call a blurry vision and I say bibi twa ne ketwa bia healy that there be a crow on ho saa and I say there be a ho say opeduane di there be a opeduane odidi wi nso ano abre oni energy bia and I say bia winter yankasa ne nsa ne nine say bia ka say bia on feel very well and I say bia obetimi aye injured quickly obetimi akuta ade a ehima na ahye no and I say ade enwunu bia o outside I say we share gloves no on Felisa wo anti in the extremities obebada bia no when you frostbite for example let's use the winter for example when you frostbite which makes it very dangerous it's called peripheral neuropathy on fele at the tip of the fingers or toes and I said that bia will lose weight and I said that bia because on no msio bebre no ntino that bia no walk bathroom nti yemfa ase ne nkwa akola so akora anye bi obi a obetimi a chereche normal way nyina nti this is something now as a parent you have to look for and I say be an school teacher because there be oba there be oda sa dey on that fear now see oda 8 hours or that 10 hours crampo and there be I feel tired sa nti that what should I let you e be o see wo hu ye hu board ni ye there be okotena anim. And also your idea should I let you what in call vision test the eyes you okay and I see a man the glasses when your glasses are still out to me who and at the piano or jonso there be a baby trying healy and tea and the nya crown na be catch be a bit me catch said I always feel tired I always feel hungry but don't to me and fun in some to at the cronty or feeling like that in the science there apart from that crown bit me a catch on I think say a parent now say am I need that one say a very sure normal way especially sa crown shas here complain
Then teacher said in order to identify say and I say about bringing some any worries to a parent educators in the life of the child and I say any pebia or more surrounded to a crown and the behu san yema kitinkiti we say bia the bia o se commode no odidi wie so kra oni energy bia na ne kum and I say or you're bored these are indications say something is wrong somewhere. And at this point, parent the Nebeko hospital. Now, doctor, I yen shushimu no who say I am passe obano or diabetes. Okay. Hey, Madam Ness, and then Mr. Busa say yes, yari. A contagious and I say and you're contagious. Me will be a mimeti me and ye be and I say Madam Fu will be a mimeti me and ye be.
Okay, but you're contagious like coronavirus, a idea what you're reading. And we'll refer to a Center of Disease Control, CDC, omo no mo hwehwe yare mu no mo maye enchechire mu fa yare ne ho enti omo ka say diabetes no obenya no na ebia ewo o family mu and I say a family very close, let's say o parent and I say o siblings with diabetes will put you at risk. Type 1 ne a idea what family mu until we call it genetic predisposition or family mu no enya idea betimi enye free obi ho but say eja no bi nam dia sometimes na didie mu no so fa kakra enti se onim se wo o family mu dia obesonson ho kakra na untimi enya saa yare no but type 1 na nkasa de dia wo enti obetimi asonson ho se yare no enko enya complication as I get it worse but untimi nya hwe emfa ho but obesonson ho
mpacho mpese bibusa se type 1 yi na edro ho no mu ana ya de yebetimi etu ase
mpacho yentimi ntu ase mu ba nedro ho type 1 diabetics na de like me church mu before no untimi o body en create insulin na at all ye dia wo enti e chere say o say ye sa insulin no e wo ansa na watimi a digest aduane a wodi no e ma esichi no endorse wo mojam enti with that entiasie no the bia also wo insulin no enti idea so far in the Western world to my knowledge there's no cure for diabetes yet. Maybe a baby there could be claims that it will cure for diabetes. But type 1, no, because it won't create insulin at all, no treatment, na me say the insulin no never will. Now what to me, I digest the adrenaline woody, na a situation don't so mojam. Nti I insulin so ya dia ya panian kwan ye de wonti na eja image na wo hu ne ye panian kwan no nti idea o say I maame ne papa no mo kire akora no how to first of all be taking a blood sugar which obey no every time I obey didi nti obey na no pa obey na wia obey na nwumre ansa no asaye na time a okoda nti is 4 times a day I also akora no ekai na oye ne blood sugar. Of course, initially the day a learning curve for both woni akolano. Inti a idea also mo church almost slowly. Also no idea also a band ho de bia nordical school na ni teacher so etiasie na wonya time or personal time or baby obetimi de awon ho or checking the sugar lunch time or checking the sugar breakfast. Inti a idea is a lifestyle change also akra get used to. But right now with technological advantages, no, omo implants bi omotimi de share akra no right under the skin. Na akra no de atimia checking a blood sugar a machine get to a bi ono sukuta wa bonten. Na watimia checking a blood sugar no. And that one has been developed in a way say very more convenient because I deal way akra kitwa o sua bibi foforo nti ebe diama no kakra a ne re betimi free na maame ne papa nso benya asomdwe kakra sa akra no at least or new nchen a or you safe and protected nti we nyina ye normal e wo ho but panie wo initially na akra no ye stable on betimi am up to that implant no e wo ne yam right under the skin and also ye a little bit more convenient na ama asomdwe kakra sa akra no nam no the blood sugar no enko too high or too low. So there's no cure, but it's manageable with the insulin injection in our diet.
Okay. Then while we're on insulin, no, so no, na me pese me busa say, and this omode sa implanti ehye akra no skin ni mo a odidi wi a ebeche ne say ni sugar no e was soro ana e wo form.
Me study be with juvenile diabetics with Montreal University de Montreal, and what they did was they will insert the implant acranium. Now the acranium has to do a learning curve in the beginning. No, or by checking the finger, no, as I check the implant, and to make sure sending me a tally. Until once a talia because the one from the finger no is from true blood. The one from the abdomen no a scanning abdominal fluid no and a checky sugar no womb. Until the best method so far a finger prick. No, that's the best method. to know the blood sugar level. Unless you take your blood test there, that will be the best. But finger prick no fear is the best method to check your blood sugar. But machine on my inserting, it doesn't connect to your blood. It's just scanning the sugar in your abdominal fluid. Until, like I said in the beginning, the umbe check sugar no implant and check say the same. Once they reach, I would say, level B is given the same numbers now, then they can safely rely on that device, and they'll slowly let go the finger prick, because the goal is convenience and safety, like you said. And with that in mind, the normal checking abdominal one no is given the same number there, then you can safely rely on it. And a scan be a wall inside, and it has a little remote control, let's say, on some. And you do that time now, person check your blood sugar now. Now I said why you're setting in the number now 2.5, 5.5 at the number now. At the number now, based on how high or how low it is, no, you will put in how many insulin it should give you, and then it will auto inject the insulin to you as well. So everything is done internally, which is fascinating and very much of a lifesaver for most children, and also the stigma associated with walking around with syringes as a kid. You might be so shy that you may not do the right treatment because you don't want your friends to be asking you, oh, what is that? Or make fun of you or even bully and target you. So I would say it's an implant and it's a way to promote compliance for Akolano. Now with me, the right thing. So initially, they also are checking in me in answer. Once it's safe, then they'll rely solely on the implant alone.
Okay. A day and as mmeranteɛ no maba a yɛsi so yɛbɛtumi a yɛde prevent sɛ yɛmma nso nkonya type 1 diabetes.
Nti ubusa said yeah nebetimi ayafa ho yati ase say yentimi cure diabetes right now. There's no cure, but always know there's hope for the future. Say hopefully there'll be cure, but until then, no, it's really dietary control, because type 1 that until you're born with it, to prevent it. So now the goal is how to manage the disease so it doesn't get worse. How it gets worse is say emoja no enya sichire da bia na gina omoja ma esai ware de tetimi say o kidneys, tetimi say our vision, tetimi esai our de bebre enti den na betimi ayafa ho, like you asked. I think say wonim so why yare na dia or say wo track no what to do. And they say that things are best done through example. And also I'll say diabetes near yare for the whole family once the child is diagnosed. I'll see a sister the way I deny to me. I shall crying, encourage the kid to eat the right things as well. So, for example, we're local goods. What we are encouraging with these pictures is say, see the amount of vegetables compared to starch or meat. And you say, "Bibi abedibiana, yeah possible so betimi this no, but let's allow more vegetables, more fruits, and less carbohydrates." But also, no, obi o ha diagnosed no diabetes now. Why are so scared or deep fruits and we have to remember say fruit has natural sugar as well, so everything is moderation and balance. Udi fruits and your sugar will be very spiked because it also has natural sugars as well. And for example, say udi body ebia body for nobody two na half I vegetables and vegetables no near poto and near eja ye chichi on then normal kakraguso, and no would not be ideal. And I say be obechi idea, make sure say obetimi abake is say air fryers or ho into na make can say akra no diagnosis no mom, but also penny no sisan ne diet as well. Na timi encourage akra no like say with the oats ebe fra o banku no half and I say when you more of them later betimi in the full oats now in the banku oats banku. And I saw be oats fufu. And I said initially the bed think a taste no be different. But half and I said quarter and eventually bit me in a full. And go for the brain. So assisa bankwan kasa omo cauliflower and I said other vegetables. To me the year bankun. So it's all possible and everything is moderation. Won't mean it's overnight. But our crown na affecting until before we can say do this no. I think say yare be affected the whole family. A family no crampo be ni bia also assistant ni habit as well to encourage the child.
Okay. That's it. I want to mo panin teacher say me tiase ya na che say as mrantie ne mabuna yesi sui aye bewi esi ye hwe nuane die mu ye esi ye hwe ye ho su ye exercise na ye didi ye said the be ya ye be limit your chance of having a child who has diabetes. As a parent, so it will be started from the parents and I say educators and I say the people that are around so close to the child, changes started from there. Said the na ono so asua anything new to akra no. Eda sibebre. Nti na say ye boni nyina tofa na che say da esiche yare ye wo ne nseso miensa. Yewo de di kan de toso mienu na de wonyem a obetimi anya na enne ede ya ye de adesuade a yesuan eye de di kan no na yenua ba achichimu ameyate asese de di kan no ye de wo enya de a yawo wawie no a wo lifestyle no mu na wo benya saade no eya de a ye de wo eno nti no wunyini anase azababa wa na abranti a wasi so no esese wo bo ho ban ye wudidi ye wo hwe wo niema wo ye bia se de be ya wo be limit the chance a oba ebetimi anya type 1 diabetes ye free ho no o ma ye hu se bi ekoba se wo ba enya bia ekwan a wo be fa so a wo be hu se wo ba no enya bi ebi ene se oba no de bia no enskom de no anase bibi twa na echepa ansa na ewu sometimes baby aye we anase wo kro bia emu awowo honom a ne nsa na ne nan eye cold a on feeli enti de bia no nse ne nsa na anu ahyehye nsuo anase ne nan no ahyehye nsuo ebi won so a because onum nsuo so much no person ko bathroom so much obedidi nenso eya no abre all the time ni nyina no ene se dwane no odi a baby ese dwane ne ne koma ne energy ntime nko akoye esichire time moja animu enti no na da bia onye comfortable na ama na ye weak na wo brena eniema saa enti se wo hu bibi saa ewo ba ni mu anase se teacher for complain bibi saa ese we taking it serious now de ne ko hu doctor na yen omonye more test to see what is causing bia na ye type 1 diabetes anye sanso na bia na ye bibi foforo enti ni nyina mu no ese se ye tusa anamo no na ye de eba no eco hospital anase ko hu the doctor na or diagnose no anase or ye test no what is causing the child nyame fa sama na mom se koba se oba ewo bia nye ubetimi aye ene say first of all obewo panie all the time anase say ubetimi implant chip be in your system be regulate all of this for you and also as a option but ni nyina mo no a lifetime ayi na yeka na enu achi no ubetimi a change waduane a wudie and ubenya a healthy and balanced lifestyle ebi na yenwen de eche yesese ye didi a ye plate na ye befa no ye nchemu 4 half of it any vegetables and the other half no ebi ase banku bi na wanya eno kra no betimi de oats aka ho na waka ni nyina wo pese wo te wo maximize proteins anase ne mapa ewo aduane ni mu no ewo unipaduane mu eno nti se yekoso na se yesuasua we na se ye wo bi ne practice a nyame enso ebeyi adom no ato ne sure guso na ma ya hoden.
Matilda summarize bibia kama my with type 1 diabetes. Nti to see just take home message I de be ma type 1 diabetes ne say betimi ay bibia sonson ye ho especially say obewo anase obenyem na onim say bibia wo papa so anase o maame so onim say wo wediem dada even though say enda ne ho adi nti da bia o say ye kai say ye be sonson ye ho as much as we can and bia a family anase friends anase teachers anase wa wo hu signs and symptoms na you can't want them now I pay attention ebia na nye bia but ebi nso ye bia yentimi enso ano sesi ansa na ameki more damage amakra no betimi asɛ ne ni betimi asɛe ne kidneys betimi ama no enya amputations which is very severe if they have bad infections nti ya dia embu ani nguso sɛ wo your friend a little inkling crowd or doubt or just go and have peace of mind and say akrabia here pediatrician to make sure say obano or pediatrician because oko emergency with a warrior most of the time when you follow up will be and to make sure say was our worry now for pediatrician no I the appropriate blood test or more fasting blood test and of course other history taken of how or failing for the past couple of months. I would say so most of the time, Akrana failures are for a year, 6 months to a year, and some when your diagnosis because most of the time, time change yeah, ekosui. What you say be our bread, it be our done term, maybe when I did no one did ye. Obey normal changes, and son are waiting ya, sir. Akwanya say, yeah, real into most of the time, I didn't in Moka crown, sana when your diagnosis. And I think let's pay attention like we always do as parents and keep an eye out. Now that you know some information, hopefully a little bit more than we knew before this slide. And when your information kakra, put it in your knowledge base. Now your man and boy brabo say your background you bana ubetimi amano active information na me jidi say ebe boy
Thank you very much, Adwoa. Ntina ni nyina mu ne tofa ni nyina ne yeda mwase semonya aso na motie ye nyina ye suade se de be ya ye be nyini ahoden mu na ye ne ye manyina ntia na ye yesa adesua yi enche bia ye de part 2 ye type 2 of diabetes no enso ebeba ne ye nyina yasen asua ade foforo ye pamacho uti message yi via Fakoma unua bi ana wobusuafo no mo so ntie na ye nyina ye nsua ade mom. Yada mase from Montreal, Ghana, Canada House and Penny for ho. Nyame nhira mo. Bye bye.